Alright, so it looks like I'm streaming. I can't tell if I'm streaming. I'm gonna hope that this is working. I'm gonna do a few things real quick. See if I can figure out what's going on with my internet. Never fails. Always have some sort of technical difficulty. Here we go. Now my internet looks like it's working. Oh, sucks. Alright, so I think I'm on. Let me check. Actually, I can check on my phone and see if it's actually working. Sorry about this. Don't know why my internet is acting up. Oh, it is working. Cool. Alright, well, I am streaming. I can't see the chat. I can't see anything browser based, it looks like. Looks like my browser is broken. I wonder if I use, dare I try Microsoft Edge. Oh, remove that. Oh man. One second, guys. I'm really sorry here. This is what happens when you're sick for 2 weeks. All right. Looks like it's working. Should be okay now. Oh. Okay. Almost. Okay. I can see the chat. We're good. So this week, I'm going to do a short stream. It's even shorter now that I've spent the first 5 minutes trying to get this dang thing to work. But I've been sick for, seems like a week now. So I haven't made much progress on my UML tool. I did make some progress since the last time I streamed, though. I'll show you what I've done. So now resizes. Actually, I did that before, but I have this button to make a new class. I have it here. I can edit the class name. I can add members to the class. So this will be like a var max speed, whatever. I can add another one. This is a function, move, fixed parameter velocity, which is a vector 2. Something like that. I can make another one here. If this one has a member, at least one member, they do have to have at least one member, but you can connect them. They stay connected when you move. The whole deal. Same thing here. If this has a member, connect these, move them around. Add a disconnect. Now if you click the already connected node, disconnect. Well, that seems like that didn't save. Anyway, well, I guess I'll work on getting it to disconnect real quick, like it used to be doing. Let me just try real quick. I'll try one more time, make sure that's not just a weird bug. Connect. Disconnect is definitely not working, and it was working at one point. So apparently my script didn't get saved. Let me make sure I have the latest version from my GitHub, because that might be the case. Might be running it. Well, here, quick. It looks like I am running an old version. Let me close this. Okay. Now I have the newest version from GitHub. The project is out there on GitHub. Let me show you where you could find that. My GitHub code Chomper and then UML tool. You can download the project, you can expand it, you can do whatever you want with it. I'm building this tool because I couldn't find a very good UML tool for free, and I am going to give it away for free. It's going to be open source. You can do whatever you would like with it. But yes, this is the new version. The disconnect button is missing because disconnects now work without having to hit the button. So let's see. Now, if I connect these, I decide I don't want them connected, you just drop the connection like that. That was actually, took a long time to figure out how to do that. It was actually really easy. It was inside the script here, inside the graph edit, on its ready. I had to set right disconnects true. And if I did that, it worked perfectly. So I spent a lot of time trying to implement a disconnect button to disconnect current nodes, connections, and yada yada yada. And all I needed was that one line. So what I want to work on, let me run it again real quick. Currently I have it where you can add a class name, you can add members. You just keep adding members too. What's cool is it'll expand to the right size. If you have a really long member name, I also have it where it'll expand like that, which is pretty cool. What I want to make happen is I want to be able to hit this minus button right here and remove the last member and have it come up and shorten this list of members. I think it's going to be pretty easy because those members themselves are in this members list array and this members text edit list array. This array holds the members themselves for the class, and this array holds the text edits on the side of the window that allows you to edit their values. And so what I need to do is on this button, let me find the button over here, members remove label, on its crest signal, I'm going to connect it. connected to the inspector panel. I'm gonna say on member remove button pressed. Perfect. Connect. I believe all I have to do is pop off one off the member list, and then remove this from the scene tree. So I'm gonna try doing that now. So what I'll do is say member list dot. What do we have? Do we have pop? Yes, pop back. I think that'll work just fine. And then I need to do cur node dot graph. Node. I'm gonna have to remove that child from the current node. So I need to keep it var member equals that, and then I'm gonna have to say kernode dot remove child, pass in the member that, and then I'll make another variable member text edit equals text edit list pop back, and then self dot remove child. I will save him text edit. I believe actually what I need to do also, I need to make sure if cur node doesn't equal null, because I don't want to do any of this stuff if node isn't selected. That would be bad. It would throw all kinds of errors. So just make sure that I have a node selected, and if a node is selected, then I do the popping off when the button's pressed. So let's check it out. And we already have a problem. 76. It says identifier not found. Mim. Oh, mim. Reload. All right, new class. Let's add a. Oh, that didn't work. There we go. Let's add a couple of these. And then I'm going to say, well, that last one, I don't need it. Debugger, error. Parameter p child is null. So I wonder which one it is. Let's just try to remove it from, oops, wrong language. What I'll try to do is just remove the text edit first. No, so it's erroring on the text edit, pchild is null. Let's see. Let's just try that. New class. Still doing it. I'm guessing pop back. Seems like pop back should return value from the end of the array. But it seems like it's not doing it. So I'm going to just make sure in the documentation real quick. Turn off my caps lock. Void. Ah, why, Godot? Pop should always return the value you're removing. Ah, I guess I'm just used to other languages. So I guess I'll have to get the back and then remove the back. Yep, I'll have to get the back value. No, that says void. That it says void, but it returns up. So this just has to say back, and then I have to say member list pop back. It's 2 steps, not a big deal, but usually when you say pop off of an array, it returns the value and then erases it. I don't know why they chose not to do that, but they did. That's why you always check the documentation. I could have been messing with that forever, and before I figured it out. This one's pop. Whoops. Pop back. Now let's try it. Fast. Boom. And sure enough, it removed it. If you see the member list contains 1, I have some debug stuff. So I'm going to add another one. See member list contains 2. Member list contains 3. Move that around. We'll even add a new class. Then I'll say this one, this guy, I'm going to get rid of this last long one. Boom. Member list contains 2. Perfect. What I want to make sure happens is that it doesn't error. It actually looks like it is error. Oh, so the current node is not null, but this array is empty. So what I need to make sure is that both these arrays have values also. It's always good to be very defensive when you're programming. I'll add that right now. And let's see. And I need to make sure that the member list dot size is greater than 0, and the member text edit size is greater than 0. Well, that didn't actually cause a crash. It was throwing errors, and I don't want that to happen. Let's try this. Okay. Now, if I pop these off, pop, 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 and if I try again, no more errors in my debug. That's successful. That was one of the things I wanted to get happening. The other thing I wanted to happen was when I add a new class, I want to automatically change focus to the new class that I just added, and then focus into the class name so I can start typing. right away. So I can just say boom, start typing, and I'll be typing in this class's name. So I'm going to try to make that happen. Like I said, this is going to be a short stream. I'm going to get off here in about 10 minutes. So we'll see if I can get that to happen that quickly. New class button press. This is where I would make it happen. Let's see. Node.get position. It's actually going to be on graph node. Graph node. Graph edit. On create graph node position. New node. Add child. I'm going to say new node dot grab focus. Then in the instructor panel, I'm going to say class name text edit grab. Oh, almost. Didn't actually click on this guy here. What I think I need to do is that's a signal. Graph node raise request. What I think I need to do is I need to throw this signal or call this function actually. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try to call that function from new node. Instead of new node grab focus, I'm gonna try that. See if that works. It is working. Hallelujah. That's pretty cool. And so there we go. All right. So one thing I just now realized is I've been typing in all this junk. Some people might not know what a UML tool is for, or why you would want a UML diagram. So I will kind of briefly explain why I'm building it. I'm going to be building a pretty large game, and I want to keep track of the inheritance of my game objects. What don't have deleting working yet. That's one thing I need to do so I can delete these classes. But a common example is like a vehicle class, right? You have a vehicle class, and it has, let's say, a variable. It's a constant max speed. This is the max speed that the vehicle can go. This can be a car. Let me remove some of these. And then the car might have a variable number of doors. Right? And then this could be a truck. And it can have a variable tow capacity, right? And then I don't know, see a truck. What else would a truck might have? It can have a number of doors too. Maybe number of doors. Well, you see these two things here? They both, the car and the truck, they both have a number of doors. So what I might do is say the vehicle contains variable number of doors. right? And then this class doesn't even need the number of doors. This one, maybe this will be passenger count, something like that. So now the car inherits from a vehicle. Now it has a max speed, it has a number of doors, but it also has this passenger count. Because you might be wondering, you know, hey, how many passengers can this car have? And then truck can inherit from vehicle. The truck has a max speed, has a number of doors. It could be a 2-door or 4-door truck. But with a truck, you're more likely to wonder, hey, what's its towing capacity? So that's sort of what it is. This is a very simplistic example of why you would use a UML tool. They get pretty complex. Like when you start talking about, is it a solid? Is it a movable object? Is it an enemy? Is it a player? Is it a scene object? Is it a trigger? Is it a door? And you can imagine we have lots of these, right? And we have maybe more classes over here, and maybe these ones are chained up in this fashion here. We just add chains real quick. Maybe these are just in a row. I don't know. Maybe these feeding the vehicle. So maybe this is like that. So this is like an easy way to visually see your inheritance for a game. You can see where, like in here, I would see that a truck, okay, its parent, it has max speed, it has very own number of doors. Maybe it has a function start, and then that starts the motor of the vehicle, right? So both of these now have that function. That's why you want a UML tool. Like I said, I couldn't find a cheap or even free one that I liked. So screw it, I'm a developer. I'm going to build one and I'm going to give it to everybody. So this is open source, like I said. It's out on GitHub. You can find it on my GitHub. Again, I'll find that real quick and show you the URL. You are more than welcome to fork it, do whatever you want to do with it. Whatever, like I said, it's going to be open source. I'm going to keep developing it. I'm going to make it as full function as I need. I'm going to add a save button, which of course will take the whole structure here, turn it into a file, a local file on my system. I'll have a load, which will load those files and regenerate all this. So when I'm building these giant maps, I can save my progress and continue working on it. What I eventually want to do, don't know how soon I'll get that done though, is I want to have two really cool features. I want to have like a print feature, which turns it into a printable, like black and white, large format PDF. So you take it down to Kinko's, print it out, stick it on your wall, whatever. And then I also want to have, I'm really contemplating having a generate stubs function, which will generate scripts for each one of these classes with all the variables and function stubs built in. So you can imagine you build out all your different objects and you have this complex hierarchy of inheritance, and you just say generate stubs and it builds out your member variables, your member functions, that kind of stuff. But that's farther down the line. My main priority is to get it where I can save this file, reload this file, continue working on it. Yeah, and that's it so far for this update. Like I said, not feeling too great, so I'm going to cut this one short. Thanks for joining. Thanks for putting up with that 5 minutes in the beginning of my internet not working. And join me next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And I'll probably still be working on this thing, adding more features. I'd like to leave in the comments, see what kind of features you would like to have. Maybe I'll implement them. I mean, this is going to be a tool for the people. So anyway, hope you enjoyed. Hope you like seeing the progress that I've made so far. And we'll keep working on this thing together. See you next time.